We have a very special premiere here today, the screening of 4 on 11, a documentary that delves into a story of passion, perseverance, and an enduring love for the game. This documentary is more than just a sports documentary. It's a tribute to grit, legacy, and the human spirit that transcends the boundaries of the playing field. Bringing this compelling story to life is the talented storyteller behind the lens, bringing history and passion to life with every frame. Please welcome the Hyderabad-based director making his documentary film debut, Srikaran Bicharaju. We also have with us today someone whose love for the game isn't just played on the field, but also told through powerful narratives. The voice behind 4 on 11 and countless cricket tournaments, the legendary broadcaster and cricket historian, Mr. Fredun De Vitre. We're also graced today with the presence of Mumbai under-16 selector, Mr. Kersi Pauri. Joining us today, we have three very special ladies. We have the honor of having with us the first Indian women inductee in the ICC Hall of Fame. She is an Indian trailblazer as the first Parsi female cricketer and holds the record as the third highest wicket taker and the highest balls delivered in a test match. She is an Arjuna and Padma Shri awardee, Diana Edalji. Today we have the pleasure of having her sister with us, Behroz Edalji, who is also a test match player and the holder of cap number 2. Gracing us with her special presence this morning, we are honored to have a filmmaker whose storytelling has redefined Indian cinema on the global stage. A writer, director and photographer whose work captures cultures, communities and human experiences with incredible depth and authenticity, especially the Parsi community. She is the writer and director of Little Zizou, Ye Ballet and the absolutely smashing Whack Girls on Amazon. Please welcome our special guest for today, Sooni Taraporevala. We now have the director, Srikaran Bicharaju, sharing his insights on making the documentary.
Good morning, everyone that has gathered here. Thank you so much for coming. This is like the first time ever I'm going to give a speech, so please. I'm Srikaran Bicharaju, the director, editor, and producer behind this documentary film. I'm here with my crew, Nicole Furtado, the first AD. The DOPs on the project, Amog, Devdeep, and Anik. Thank you so much for coming. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the cast. Fredun sir, thank you so much for being the narrator of the film. Kersi sir, thank you so much for giving in that energy that the film required, because it was all sad and it's all like the discussion was getting sad, and thank you so much for filling up the energy. Thank you so much Diana ma'am for agreeing for the interviews finally, and thank you so much for, without you, I don't think we would shed light on the subject of Parsi community and the Parsi women cricketers especially. And thank you so much, Sooni ma'am. Thank you so much for agreeing to coming for this screening. And it's an honor. Thank you so much for encouraging us young filmmakers. First and foremost, I think I'd like to thank Meher ma'am for making this entire thing happen. Like, without you, I don't think this event would have had a guest. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'd like to thank the Book My Show management, Ashish Saxena sir, Swapna Hatke ma'am, Prakhar Joshi sir, and Akash Nandi sir. Thank you so much. Without you and without me, constantly texting you and messaging you, this wouldn't have happened. And thank you so much for finally giving me a deadline to finish this film, because it was like a 2-year journey. Without you, I couldn't have delivered this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, friends and everyone who's gathered here. Yeah.
Srikaran, tell us, how did your journey start as a young filmmaker?
So I was a business BBA student. I studied business, and I wanted to take filmmaking, and I joined Gaver Institute of Communications, Mumbai, and yeah, friends are here. Yeah. So when I went there, it was like I am entering into filmmaking with a blank slate. I didn't know what to expect and all. We were asked to make a social documentary. For our social documentary model, we were asked to make a documentary, and I'm a huge cricket fan, and I thought, why not, let's make a cricket documentary. And while I was looking for cricket stories, I knew that the Parsi community were the first people to play cricket and introduce cricket in India after the British. So I thought this is the honest cricket story ever, and no one has addressed to make or document or even write about this. So I thought, let's make a documentary on this, and that's how this entire journey has started.
And your inspiration behind the project?
Cricket and honest storytelling. I think the drive to tell good stories is the inspiration behind this. And being a huge cricket fan, I think I wanted to express myself in what I like, and cricket and storytelling is what I like.
So what were your biggest challenges in documenting the Parsi cricket legacy?
First of all, the research. There was no evidence that was available on the internet digitally. That is one challenge, and a lot of research. They're all lying in the archives. And talking about the archives, there were a lot of archival footage that I gathered, and it was a huge challenge for me to get the archival footage together. Nicole Furtado, my first AD, and me, we went through National Film Development Corporation's archives. We cleaned up the old reels, and we processed them digitally, and we got this here. And the first thing, I think filmmaking is the most expensive art ever. And to make a film and to put this art together, we were looking for producers, co-producers, sponsors. We reached out to a lot of people. I reached out to a lot of banks. I thought, corporate social responsibility, bol ke kuch de do, please. Nothing happened, and we somehow, my friends Pranati and Nicole, we're all here. I have taken loans from them and made this. So sponsorship was a huge issue, and yeah, that was a major challenge.
Any last words before we see your film?
This is an honest cricket story. I hope I'll have your attention for the next 1 hour. This is a piece of honest storytelling, I would say. And yeah, I think I'll engage you for the next 1 hour. And thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. Could we now have Sooni share a few words on this occasion, please?
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. I have imposter syndrome here because I know nothing about cricket. I've never enjoyed the game. I know nothing about it. But I do have lots of points of connection. My grand-uncle was a test cricketer, and he went to England with the 1936 team. His name was Khurshid Mehromji. He was a wicket-keeper. And he was a very funny man. So I grew up with stories of him, wicket keeping behind Larwood, who was batting, and getting him out, and then facing Larwood on the pitch, and Larwood with his body line bowling. So I've grown up with these stories, but I know nothing about cricket. And Keki Tarapore, who was at CCI, was also a grand-uncle and gave me the autographs of the Australian cricket team in the 70s. So these are my connections. But I am a filmmaker, and I applaud you for your persistence and for going out of pocket to discover this world and present it. And I'm so sorry that more Parsis didn't help you make it. And I hope after they see it, maybe you'll get some sponsorships. So apologies on behalf of my community. And I look forward very much to watching your film. Thank you for inviting me.
Fredun sir, if we could have a few words from you, please.
Well, I think it's quite a momentous occasion for the director, producer, and his entire team who have put this film together. I must tell you that when he first contacted me, he said it was just a college project, a class project, and he just wanted a little narration here and there. Frankly, we started without a script. He said, I was speaking largely from memory of the facts that I knew from history and about Parsi cricket and about the 1886 tour and the 1888 tour and stuff like that. And if you see the movie, the film, you will notice that the narration is very informal. I leave it to you, the audience, to decide whether the film would have been better served if there had been a more formal or officious sort of script or a formal or officious kind of narration. And you'll also find that the theme of the film is why have Parsis faded out from cricket? We had a time when there were 4 out of 11 who were Parsis, which of course accounts for the title of the movie. 4 out of 11 Parsis playing in the same test match, and today you don't have anybody playing except Arzan, who plays for Gujarat. So basically today cricket has become a money spinner. And I was expecting a lot of Parsi parents here from many Parsi colonies in Bombay. But many parents seem to think that once they've got their little kid into an academy, it's a sort of get-rich-quick scheme. But that's not always so. And as you see in the film, you'll hear a lot about lack of determination and unwillingness to work hard and all that sort of stuff. But there's also a counterpoint, a counter view, namely that kids just must go and play. Play any sport, cricket, football, hockey, badminton, whatever they want. They must enjoy themselves, and then from that will grow somebody who's more talented than the others. They probably will become or be taken up for higher honors for whatever. But I think unless Parsi kids come and play all the time, it is from that pool that we'll get a future Parsi cricketer probably. I think this movie does justice to Parsi cricket in the past and concentrates on 4 or 5 with Diana there as the only woman featured in it, on 4 or 5 Parsi great cricketers. And I think you'll need to have a sequel to it, because there have been so many Parsi cricketers who have been omitted from this. I can name Rusi Modi, the greatest of them all, Milla Shah Pauri, who went to England in the 1880s and made a mark there, played for Middlesex in the county cricket, played against W.G. Grace, the greatest of them all, and wrote a book in 1901 on Parsi cricket, in which, remember, in 1901, he advised Parsi youth, don't give up matches for money. So it's this whole thing about is not a recent phenomenon. It's been there since 1901. So as Sooni said, her granduncle Kersi Mehromji, there have been so many who have played, and I think you need to make a second sequel featuring all those gentlemen also. But I think for the time being, I must congratulate you on your movie, and I hope all of you enjoy it.
And it took somebody from Hyderabad to mark a spotlight on the Parsi community.
That's true, but Hyderabad is not a stranger to Parsi cricket,
No,
because Hyderabad at Aibara, one of the Diana's coaches at the
Right.
Patiala, Hyderabad at Naushir Mehta, a great off-spinner who was overshadowed by Prasanna and Venkatraghavan, otherwise would have played. He played for Hyderabad, he played for South Zone. So Hyderabad is not entirely a stranger to Parsi cricket. And Hyderabad also hosts the Gigi Irani Trophy from time to time, where all the Parsi teams from Nagpur, Sikandrabad,
Nice.
Calcutta, Jamshedpur
Right.
take part.
Kersi, sir, some words, please.
I just remember when Shri walked onto the Parsi Gymkhana grounds one evening and with his friends and from Xavier's and said, "Sir, we want to make a film on Parsi cricket." I said, "You come at the right time, because we've had 3-day tournament happening now, and I mean, players from Hyderabad and Nagpur and Bombay and all gathering to play a real competitive level of cricket. That was the Manik Golwala T10. So I said, great. He said the same thing, like Fredun mentioned. It's just a, we need to make a project for our ending of the year, and we have to submit it, etc. I said, damn good, you come here. Now, later on, I think he got, watching the games, he got a little more ambitious. He said, this is the real deal. I think I can do a nice film on this. And you've done a great job, Shri. Fantastic job. And your journey has been really, really touching. I'm sorry I've not picked up half your calls. But, more power to you. But, along the line, I still feel that there's going to be a U-turn. There's definitely going to be a U-turn one day. Because taking up to sport is about identifying your hero. And we have many heroes still. I mean, Diana is a legend. I'm very honored to sit with these because I'm a lesser known cricketer than these. But Diana is a legend, and there's so many. If it's all boils down to what hero you identify in your community, and there will be one. And once that happens, the chain will start again. It's just about that. It was always there earlier. It was from, like he said, from the 1900s or 1800s. There was influx of so many Parsi cricketers that the next generation said, we want to become like him. We want to become like him. So, it's going to happen. I have a firm belief it's going to happen. Because the passion, if you go to any colony, is there for cricket. It's just that, somebody has to make that sacrifice, because it's a lot of hard work and sacrifice to play for your country. And it will happen. I'm very sure it's going to happen. There's going to be an entire U-turn in the future.
Hope so. Diana ma'am, a few words please.
Good afternoon, everybody. First, I'd like to thank the producer and director, and also for having me here and having me in the film, because normally it's always men's cricket, women's cricket goes down the drain. But I would like to apologize to him also, because the 2 years that he took to make this film, I did not answer for 1.5 years. So before he could get to me, it was very difficult, as Pauri said, that I refused to take his calls, I refused to answer his texts, but he persisted, and finally he got the better of me. My journey started way back in 1971, when you will not believe, it was a Parsi lady who started women's cricket in India, Alu Bamji. So we used to go to CCI. She had a club there named Albies after her name, Alu Bamji. And Wednesday evenings and Saturday mornings were the 2 days in the week when we used to go. It was not easy. We were staying in a railway colony, and it used to be tennis ball cricket every Sunday, where she hardly played, but I used to play every Sunday because I hated studies. So it used to be after my father went out on his daily routines, and I would slip out and play with the boys. And we read about it, and I said, I used to play table tennis and basketball for Maharashtra State and all that, junior level. I said, let's make a new game where there is hardly any competition. What we found at Albies was that we had to go through a test. So we went through that test, we passed it, and then Alu Bamji allowed us to come into the nets. It was a journey where 71 to 74 we hardly had any cricket because there was no association. 1973 was Women's Cricket Association of India, where we were, officially, and the first national was played in Pune. And you won't believe, in that first team, there were 5 Parsi girls. So I don't know where they've disappeared, some are up there. But it was we won the first national, and last year only Mumbai Cricket Association felicitated us for completing 50 years of this thing. So my journey was 75 to 95. So it was a long journey internationally, and the passion was there. There was no money, of course. We had to pay from our pockets, as it was always been the case even with the male cricketers at that time, though they used to get money, a little bit pocket allowance to play. We had to pay money from our pockets to play for India. We travelled unreserved as an Indian team, going into the trains, sleeping on the floors near the toilets, and that is how this thing. But the passion and the love we had for the game kept us going, and that is how I would want, and I'm very happy that the foundation we laid, today the tree is growing so beautifully, and after BCCI has taken over women's cricket,
it has really grown into a full-fledged, nice tree with a lot of fruits, very happy fruits. And I'm glad that the girls are making money. They've made a living for themselves. And I feel proud that one of the pioneers of women's cricket, I am able to watch this grow into a beautiful play, canvas as such. The WPL is a very big hit after that, because that was my dream when I became an administrator, nominated by the Supreme Court, and I was the only player from men's side and women's side on that committee. So that was a big honor for me. And I initially started one exhibition game between two teams, and we called the foreign players and this thing. That during the playoffs at Wankhede, we had that game in the afternoon, and then followed by the playoffs. That way became 3 teams, and then suddenly after we gave over and handed over the association to Mr. Jayasha and Saurav Ganguly, this WPL took shape and went on to become what it is in the 3rd season. It's been a big hit, and I'm very, very happy. The only thing that is upsetting me is that the Indian women are not able to crack the ICC trophy. That is what I want. Maybe as soon, maybe this year we have a World Cup in India. I hope we will be able to emulate the men and get that trophy. But I would again say, great job done by him. His persistence to get after me day in and day out. Even now to get me here, it was very difficult. It was, somehow I don't know. I'm meeting him for the first time. His team, yes, have come to my place and done the interview and all that. But I've really troubled him a lot. And I would like, just like that, it's just because these college projects and all, I've gone through a number of them, Everybody, because women's cricket, anybody, let's go to Diana. So that was the thing, and I don't mind it because I'm the only one who speaks my mind out. I call a spade, and that's why I'm not liked by many people also. But it's just that, it was difficult, and I feel sad that he had to take loans and all. Where is Book My Show people? Why aren't they sponsoring it and reimbursing his loans? I'm just joking. Well, I wish you all the best. Please take this film seriously and let it go, and many more. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 is coming, he says. But this time I will definitely cooperate more. Thank you very much for having me.
Great. So that's something to look forward to. Shri. Beros ma'am.
Well, talking after Diana, it's a near impossible thing. Has always been, but I'm very, very proud to have her as a sister and as an idol. I looked up to her, even though she was the younger one in the family. We are 3 sisters. One decided cricket was not her forte, and Mom and Dad were tremendously proud that 2 of their daughters turned out for India. In any case, I didn't play very long enough. I toured to Australia, New Zealand, West Indies, England, but then I decided that I rather have a career in the hospitality industry. I was with Sheraton Hotels. So I traveled the world opening various Sheraton properties, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Los Angeles, Karachi, Muscat, before coming back to India. And I managed to do a little bit of administrative work after I came back to India and became a commentator for DD Sports and Neo Sports. And unfortunately, Star Sports and all didn't want an ex-player at that time giving commentary, but all said and done, it's been a wonderful journey, and I wish you all the best, and I hope you have more success with Part 2 and Part 3. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you everyone for joining us for this special screening. And with that, let's sit back and experience